Okay guys, so I got my brand new, and by new I mean more than 10-year-old Duratrax mini Quake from an eBay auction. We're gonna unbox it together and see what the coolness is all about here. Alright, so it seems well packed. This is what I got so far in the box. I wound up paying $90 for this. It's a great deal. It actually comes with two chassis. Let me take them out for you. This is a parts chassis right here. So you just have a couple shocks, basically a standard size servo, tub chassis, some suspension components. Okay, let's put that to the side here. And the actual truck itself. Here we go. This is gonna be a treat, guys. You'll see the reason why I bought this when I take over the body. But for now, I'll just put it to the side, see what else is included. Then we'll put it all together on the table. We got an associated XP3SS remote. At least this is a 2.4 gigahertz unit, and it has a pretty good amount of adjustability right here. Okay, got some more spare parts, and some more spare parts. Okay, so now that we got rid of the box, we can see what we get. So, $90. I mean, you can really find a bargain once in a while on eBay still. This is a great deal. Now, this truck originally came out in early 2005, so it's been out, discontinued for a long time so far. But this really started, I think, the rage, or more or less piggybacked on the rage on the little 18th scale RCs. This was the only one with dual shocks that I remember from the time frame. So you also had the low C models, you had some other ones, but this was more of the budget model, and kind of resembled the regular Duratrax Thunder Quake, which was a nitro. Okay, so reason I got this is mainly of all these extra parts here. So I have a couple of unbuilt chassis, and I really just wanted some of the original electronics. And get this, this is the original Duratrax ESC that came with this unit. Look at that, look how cool that is. It's a regular brushed ESC, and we can check out the original motor. It's kind of loud. So this was the original Duratrax Thunder Quake 380 motor here. Really cool, guys, with a heat sink. No reason to think it doesn't work, but it's brushed. So I have the original brush electronics. So yes, that does mean that this is a brushless system. We're gonna check it out right now. We also have the original Duratrax 2-channel AM receiver, and it is missing the receiver crystal, so we can't use it, nor would I want to use it really. This parts box has a couple extra parts, and by couple I mean a whole swarm of them. You have a whole bunch of additional shocks with aluminum body caps right here. Really nice. I could adapt these probably to some of my other WL Toys cheap RCs. Have a whole bunch of different springs, differentials here, different shock. What are these? Shock adjustment preloads, E-clips. Some, what is this? Lunsford titanium parts. These are pretty high end. Actually, as high end as you get. A lot of different pinion gears here. I see a whole bag of pinion gears. And some other parts. Alright, either way, let's put this to the side here. Examine first what's in here. Alright, so we just have a couple extra wheels. I'm not going to take the rest out. But it looks like these are some kind of road wheels, and these are the original factory wheels. Right here, looks like this is the missing one from this chassis kit right here. So you do have a full set of extra wheels. Now, the interesting thing is, back when these RCs were made, the mini scales did not really have unified hub type. So the hub in here is pretty interesting. I'm going to show it to you right here. Look at that hub. It is not, you know, regular standard hub that you would expect it to be. Neither is this one. So, you know, if you're trying to get an older vintage RC like this, make sure that the hubs are pretty universal, or else you'll need some kind of hub adapter kit to use similar wheels. Okay, let's check this out. We have a spare brushless motor. Let's check it out. All right, so this is the brushless motor. It is Tekin, so very high end. I'm not quite sure as to the kV on here. There's no indication as to what the kilovolts are, but it spins freely and seems to be in good shape. Okay, let's put all this to the side and check out the main chassis here, the RC itself. Okay, let's take off the body, and this one also is really well equipped. Take a look at that. It is basically optioned out to the max. We have a good amount of aluminum parts here. Electronics seem to be fantastic. I'll go over them just in a second. But look at that chassis layout. It's straight, it's solid. It's pretty much of what you would expect from a mini monster truck. But let's look at that. So we have aluminum body posts, very important. Unless you flip it, of course, then they wind up bending. You have what I first noticed here. Let's see. Dean's plugs. There you go. That's a good indication that this was a person that at least knew something about the RC hobby industry and cared about power delivery. You have another brushless motor setup here with a Dynamite Fuse 18 scale ESC. These are actually 3S capable, and it looks like there is a 3S pack in here already because of the balanced LiPo plug. This is a 3S balanced LiPo lead right here. The top portion has a carbon fiber reinforcing plate. Originally just had a regular aluminum one, but still, carbon fiber is what you want. You have a carbon fiber battery hold down here, and it looks like this one also has the upgraded metal CVDs, the blue aluminum CVDs right there. The shocks are original. So, suspension, pretty good. Now, of course, I will be adding shock fluid and rebuilding the shocks, but this is way better than any new WL toys I've ever purchased. At least you have oil-filled shocks here, and they actually don't leak. So, another fantastic thing about this is the standard size servo. Now, I'm not sure what let's see what the servo is. So this is a Duratrax SX100 servo, regular standard servo, but you can put in any high torque servo you want, standard size, nothing to worry about. I don't have to go to any kind of miniature electronics, nothing like that. So this is actually one of the benefits I remember of this RC back in the day, back when you had issues with 18 scale electronics, because obviously everything had to be small. But there it is. That's the look at this RC. Actually fantastic. Let's see if it turns on. You know what, I wasn't going to do this as a test, but let's just see if it turns on. I have the remote right here. It already has batteries. I'm not even going to open it. So let's see. Remote's on. Remote is on. And let's connect the power here with these Dean's plugs. Make sure that the actual RC is off. It's off. Don't want any runaways. This is not the song with Bon Jovi. I'm not a little runaway. Rather, yeah, the Duratrax is not a little runaway. Okay, so it's on. I'm just gonna power it on. Let's see what it does. If there's any kind of interesting sounds too. Well, that's good. It looks like it armed itself. Steering works. Just have to get these wires a little under control. They're a little out of control here. So I'll just see if the regular ESC, oh man, the wires. Okay, so it's on. The light on the receiver is green. That's a good sign. You have normal signal. Let's see. Whoa, whoa. Wow, that's insane. This thing is lightning fast. I mean, the wheels are ballooning, and these are pretty good compound thick wheels. So this thing is going to be fast. I'll make sure to do an update running video on this in the near future. But look at that. You have yourself a beast. I'm not sure why these weren't that popular. They were actually $150 at the time when they were brand new. I have a picture here actually from the Wayback Machine to see what Tower Hobbies used to list them for. So you could see it's $150 ready to run. Of course, with the stock regular electronics that I showed you were already included. But, you know, looks like a great kit. I'm gonna do a couple speed runs on these in the future after I do some maintenance, and we'll be good to go. I have a whole bunch of 18 scales, including some of these WL toys and some other ones that I have. But there you go. You could always still usually find a bargain on eBay. And look at all these parts I got. I mean, this is just pretty much hard to beat, guys. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. The chassis flex. There's almost no chassis flex. Look at that. I can barely move it with my hands. Look at that. Almost no chassis flex. Unlike pretty much every WL toys I've ever seen, the chassis flex is just incredible there. So there you go, guys. Any questions, please let me know. I'll do my best to answer you as soon as I can. Thanks.